Hey guys, it's Erica. So today I'm making a vlog video because a few of you have asked me what's been going on and where I've been. I recently put up a new makeup vid on my other channel and it turned out to be really long, so I didn't want to add to that and make it even longer talking about where I've been and what's been going on. So I figured I'd do it in a separate video on my personal channel. I had originally intended for this channel to be, sorry I get out of breath really easy, my baby vlogs and talking about pregnancy, and I was just really shocked at the amount of perverts on YouTube, like really bad, just nastiness. And I really don't want some weird guy from some crazy place looking at me in that way. Because apparently pregnancy is like porno to some people. I don't know. So I decided if I do show my belly, which I have showed it on Twitter one time, I haven't been good about keeping up with taking pictures. But I'm going to take another picture and show it on Twitter. That way I know that the people that are following me there are my makeup people and not crazy random pervert guys. So that's what kind of turned me off of the whole baby vlogging thing. But I will definitely keep up this channel once James gets here and do little videos with him and show him how he's growing and what he can do and all that good stuff. So that's awesome. But I guess I'll get into where I've been and what's been going on. A few of you know that do follow me on Twitter that around the time I disappeared, I guess you could say, from YouTube was when my mom got diagnosed with colon cancer. It was really a big shock to me. Mom has always had problems with asthma and stuff like I do, but as far as being a healthy person, she's never really, had any kind of problems like that, so this kind of just came out of nowhere. And they decided they were going to give her chemo and radiation to try to shrink the tumors, I guess is what you would call them, in her colon. And then they said if they shrunk, then they would end up having to do one of two things. First thing would be, if they didn't shrink enough, they would have to actually cut out part of her colon and then stretch her intestine down. This is kind of too much information, but for those who want to know, I'm telling you. And then reattach it, and then that would take the cancer out. But it could leave her with, how can I put this? It could leave her to where she couldn't use the bathroom very well by herself. So she would have to have a colonoscopy bag, I think is how you say it. Or, if it shrunk them enough, then they could just go and take that out, and then all of it would be gone, and just keep track on her. So it really depended on what would happen with the chemo and radiation. So that really hit me hard. I'm really close to my parents. My mom is in her 50s, and my dad is in his 80s. And I was raised very old-fashioned, and they're just, my bread and butter. I love my parents more than anything. So it was really hard. And then after that, she started the chemo and radiation and everything, and it turns out she was actually allergic to the type of chemo they were giving her, which I have never heard of. But she had a horrible reaction to it. And she got put in the hospital, and we really thought we were going to lose her for a few days. It was bad. And at that point, that was when Mom said, that's it. I'm not risking trying another type of chemo. This almost killed me. If I get out of here, I'm done with chemo. I'll finish the radiation, but that's it. If it doesn't work, then I'll deal with the colonoscopy bag, and I'll just deal with it. But I'm not risking hurting myself again, which I couldn't really blame her for. But that is like the most horrible thing to have to choose between, you know. So she didn't do any more chemo. She finished out the radiation, and it's been a few weeks since she finished that out. And then now she went back to the doctor, and they did a PET scan, I think is what it's called, which is a scan that tells you if there's cancer anywhere else in your body, and what all is left and how much and everything like that. So they did that, and the results came back, and we're very happy with the results. It said she does not have cancer anywhere else, and the cancer that she did have has shrunken tremendously, and so she can have the surgery and just get it out and not have to have a colonoscopy bag, and then they just have to keep track and keep watching her and make sure that it doesn't come back, but she'll be cancer free. So that is amazing, and we are so happy. Me and my brother and dad and my whole family are just, yeah, we just died. I just cried my eyes out when she told me that was good and she doesn't have to have that, and so that's amazing. So I've been going through a lot of stress with her with that, and then while she was still doing radiation, her sister, my aunt Maxine, we call her Maxie, which is kind of a weird nickname when you think about it because it makes you think of maxi pads, but I don't know. It's just what they always called her. She was adorable. She actually has been really sick for a few years, and pretty much they just thought she was going crazy, and they were kind of thinking she had depression or something like that, and her personality had completely changed. It was like she was mean to everyone, but they would never do like any kind of brain scan, anything like that. They just automatically assumed she was just crazy. Like, I don't know, I guess just bad doctors. They didn't even think to check everything, which makes me incredibly upset. But they found out that the whole reason that her personality changed like that and everything was because she had brain cancer. And it's been years that she's been going through this, and we did not know that it was brain cancer. It makes so much sense now looking back on it. But by the time they had found it, it was so bad that within a month of them finding that out, she passed away. So I was having to deal with that, and it was really sad because Mom was really sick from the radiation and the chemo still, and she didn't even get to go to her funeral, which was really, really hard on her. Because that's the last time you get to say goodbye, and that's your sister, and they're a big family. I think they've got like 11 kids. There were 11 kids, I think, and they all grew up in a little house with like 2 bedrooms, and all the boys were in one room and all the girls were in another room, all smushed together, so they were all really close. So that was hard on her and hard on, the whole family. But that's pretty much what has been going on, and I've just been stressed out about that and worried and all that good stuff. Other than that, just family stuff, that really made me not motivated at all to do anything that had to do anything with YouTube. I just kind of isolated myself. But I think sometimes that it's good to do that because you need to get through your emotions and work through what you're going through on your own in your own way, if that makes any kind of sense. But that's pretty much what I've been going through the past while, and that's why I haven't been on here. So for any of you that were interested in knowing what was going on, I'm sorry I didn't get to upload this sooner and let you guys know what was happening. But yeah, it's not a happy thing to talk about. It's a hard thing to go through, but for those of you that wanted to know, that's what's been happening. So, but that was just my little update on life as it is now, and I'll let you go and talk to you guys later.